Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and today we will be looking at Pool Nation. Now with 8 Ball UK, Box of Tricks unlocked. Now if you look down at the bottom scroll, you'll see it mentions the Xbox Live menu. So this is an Xbox Live game that was ported to Steam, and they didn't even bother to update their scroll. Anyways, this is the world of billiards. Let's hop into the tutorial and see how this is gonna work. Let's do a simple shot tutorial. I guess we might as well go through them all. And I'm playing with the Xbox 360 controller, which is gonna be even a little bit more weird than playing with a mouse and keyboard. Pot the yellow ball in the middle pocket using a simple shot. So, okay. It's telling us the mouse controls up here. This is a very nice looking billiard game, but there really isn't any reason why it shouldn't be. Alright, so that's not gonna work great using the left stick. It's just too herky-jerky. And one of the problems is with billiards games, as soon as you get this laser that just tells you where everything's gonna go. Let's see, overhead view is the Y button. Once you get the laser, you're really not even playing pool anymore. That's the main thing, is knowing where shots are gonna go and how it's gonna do. So we can tilt, we can hit the left bump to fine tune, and yes, when you're in left bump mode, we can go a little bit more to follow that red line for no real reason, versus this, which is really herky-jerky. And then the left stick tilts the camera? No, it doesn't. It tilts the other thing. So the instructions aren't even right. Congratulations, we completed that tutorial. So it says A to skip. No, that's not skipping. That's A to go back to the menu. Controlled shot. Let's see. Pot the yellow ball in the corner pocket. The yellow ball is the one ball, by the way. Control your shot by locking the power. Alright. So we adjust the shot with the mouse, it says again. And then how do we control our shot? I don't think we have anything like that. Okay, no, we do have something like that. It's popping up the Xbox 360 controllers now. So, lock power. Let's see. And then we've locked the power at 2 bars. And so going back doesn't do anything, letting go doesn't do anything, and going forward I guess would take the shot. Of course, the danger of a shot like that, of course, is that you're going to, if we just for example, the reason why you would want to lock your power, because would be unless you're trying to do, okay, so the D-pad is a little bit different than the left stick. It is an English control, which is putting spin on the ball. So if you don't lock your power and you do this, what will probably happen, almost certainly, is the one ball's gonna end in there too. Or in that case, it just is going to fall right off the table. So you don't need to use full power when playing billiards. True, this is so far like true billiards, it's just not the feel of full billiards. Fine tune your aim to pot the blue ball into the middle pocket. Alright, that is going to take some English. And it automatically put me in overhead view. And and then it started moving the thing for me, just to show me how they want to do it. So far this tutorial's pretty good. I kinda wish somebody was talking to me. The logo for Pool Nation has all these pictures of like people, so I think we'll eventually run into them. Oops. Didn't pot the ball. Let's try that again. Is it gonna by default set me back where I need to be? Let's see. We've aimed. Maybe we should toggle view. See, it's a whole little. Let's see, fine adjust. And let's just hit it there. That's better. Let's do the checkpoint checklist. Top spin to keep the cue ball moving during the break. Interesting. So we adjust the shot. This is a 9-ball shot. 9-ball break. 9-ball is probably the most played variant professionally of billiards, whereas just what would be called 15 ball, I think is what it's called, is the most standard, or 8 ball is close to it too. 9 ball is more complicated because you have to hit the balls in order, so, or you foul. So we want to adjust the spin so it will. Now I think if you hit it like this, what you're going to end up doing is just causing the ball to spin close to where it hits the 1 ball, which I guess is a decent thing. Let's see, but where's the spin thing? Left stick to tilt the camera, and that's not true. Let's lock some power in this. When you want to break, you want a pretty good amount of power, but I wouldn't go any higher than this, just in my own guesstimate. And if you think the 9-ball, which is the one in the middle, it is white with a yellow stripe, and not foul in some other way, like failing to hit a bumper after you hit a ball, failing to hit the right number ball, the lowest number ball. If you don't foul in any way and you sink the 9-ball, you automatically win. So, not enough power. Let's try that again. So I'm getting a feel here of just where I want to be. And I guess it wants me to hit this dot. Yeah. Ooh, that is some really high top spin. Let's go all the way. I think I did too much power there. It wants a specific amount. Is it the red bar on the top? It wants? Yeah, it is. Interesting. So it's even telling you exactly the amount of power it wants. So we completed the tutorial, but it didn't really zoom in and give a cinematic look at the spin, so we didn't get a good look at it. And it didn't follow the ball. There's some different camera angles I'd like to see here. Pot the red ball, use backspin to stop the cue ball from going in. So we've seen this tutorial. uh, before, and now it's using backspin to keep the cue ball from going in instead of limiting the amount of power. So I wish it wasn't showing me the mouse controls here. This feels like you had a good game that got badly ported with some of the settings. And it definitely does feel a little weird too that, let's see, this, and then fine adjust this, and then we're gonna put the spin down here. So it's a massive spin, and if we hit it too hard, it would just hop right over the just wait for the ding. That's why it needs such little amount of power, because if you hit it too hard, you'd probably rip the felt on top of the table. That's what the fabric is called, felt, and possibly even have the ball jump right off the table, which is a foul. So these aren't like the most basic of basic things, but they're close as far as billiards. Change the spin and cue angle to swerve past the purple ball and pot the yellow. So, like, here's a shot. Most people would say I couldn't pull that off, or not even think about being able to do it. Instead, they would decide to try and bounce the ball off a rail and sink the one ball, something that they're more comfortable with. Notice it is moving the spin point to the opposite direction it wants to go. And look at all the chalk from the Q-tip that came off there too. Maybe I should have jumped in a game instead. I'm having a slight thought that these tutorials, we need to do them though. So we adjust this way, and then here, let's see, left and right trigger is the cue angle. Alright. So you gotta get the cue up on the right angle and the dot in the right place. This is quite difficult actually. We've almost got it. But take note on how exact everything is requiring this. And we're not getting anywhere near this. This is a nightmare of a shot to try and make. look at this. And it just doesn't feel like I can follow the pattern that it wants me to follow. It feels like I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit here. Ooh, this is a problem. Definitely. Let's see. It's just not what it should be. And it has something to do with the angle of the cue. But I'm not sure exactly what. So like the angle of the cue is most right here. And then right there. But I don't even know if I'm aiming the right direction at all, because it's not even showing me anything as far as a green check mark. Yeah, and this is not a basic technique in any sense of the word. This is not a shot I would take. There's no way I would ever take this shot. And see, you probably get it in such a way that that would bounce in. Like, that would almost certainly work. But if I'm not in the right aiming, let's see. Pull back, and then right bump to lock power. That's not right. Alright, so that explains the issue, I guess, is I had to adjust the power to get that to work. And are we aiming now in the right way? And notice how close you have to get with the left stick. And that's, even though there's a green check mark there, it was showing a green check mark for a second. It still wasn't going in. There. So now I have to fine adjust again to make sure it actually works. Get all of those things locked in. Let's take this shot. And I really want to zoom and follow option here. So those are the basic things. Now we are in the skill shot things. And then we'll go to advanced things. Let's try this. A jump shot, you would probably get kicked out of any pool hall trying it if you can't really do it, and probably even doing it would get you in trouble. They're very dangerous about ripping the felt. You really don't need them very much. I've done a few of them, but mostly on accident. Uh, the only reason you really want to jump over a ball is to show off or to really hit something that was just surrounded by other balls you couldn't sink, which practically only happens when you're talking 8-ball. So there's all kinds of stuff we've got to do here to get the cue stick practically up exactly where you want it. And then we've got to, let's go ahead and adjust and lock the power so we can get a good look there. Alright, and so we can now aim a little bit, fine tune. So, if only we could tilt the camera somehow and actually see what's about to happen here, but we can't, so we'll just take the shot, jump over the green ball and sink it in. In reality, you couldn't do that. Not that easy, not that quickly, not without thinking about it and looking at it from many different angles. Hit the yellow ball to pot the blue ball. Combo shots. Now that's a basic shot that should really not be under skill at all. You need combo shots to play almost any billiard game I can think of. Like I said, when you're playing 9-ball, if you hit the 1 ball when you break the set and sink in the 9 ball, you win. So that's the ultimate combo shot. But let's say you just broke it here. The 9 ball is right there. If I could hit the 1 ball, bounce the cue ball, the white ball, off it and hit that 9 ball and get it to bounce back into this one, or maybe get it at an angle to hit that one, that would be ideal for playing 9-ball. Exactly what you would be looking to do. Let's see. I think we're fine here. The only real question is how much pressure do I want to put on it? Let's not have the white ball bounce off and go in the gutter. That would be bad. So let's do this much. And that is a typical problem that happens with these kind of shots. Now, any shot on the side pocket in particular can be painful. There wasn't power indicator. So let's go ahead and get that and then lock that in. And then that allows us to adjust everything else. See, there we got the cinematic view, but some of the other times we haven't. Kick shot. Bounce the cue ball off a cushion to pot the yellow ball for a basic kick shot. So, kick shots, like I said, you bounce it off the cushion, you hit a ball. Now, depending on the game you're playing, some rules, and depending on the rules you're playing, require you to hit a cushion after you've hit a ball. Some rules allow you to just hit a cushion before or after. I guess there are games out there that don't require you to hit a cushion at all. Typically for me, I play just nice friendly games of pool. I don't want to hustle or be hustled by anybody, so we don't take the rules that seriously. Alright. So now, let's pull it back and lock in. And this should sink the ball. But it might not, because like I was saying, the side pocket issue is always there. Those little corners of around the hole have a very good tendency to bounce the ball off one side, do a 90-degree angle, because the ball, when hit dead on, if you hit the white ball in the center and it hits the yellow ball in the center, when that ball hits anything, it is going to go 90 degrees if it was exactly in the center. So often, when that's the case, because that's the case, if you hit one of those side things, it will bounce to the other side and bounce right back out. However, we controlled our power there, and that allowed it to sink. If we'd hit it harder, it probably would have bounced back up. Bounce the yellow ball off the cushion to perform a basic bank shot. So, I guess kick, I haven't really heard these terms, so I'm no expert at billiards, obviously. A bank shot is going to be the white ball bouncing off the cushion versus the yellow ball bouncing off the cushion instead of the white ball bouncing off the cushion. So they have different terms depending on whether it's the cue ball that bounces or one of the other things. Let's go ahead and lock in this very finicky thing. I kind of feel though that it would be a little finicky even here. Is this right? With the fine tune? It's hard to tell, even with the laser sight. This is pretty hard to tell. And it wasn't right. See? So the laser doesn't completely end all necessary skill or luck, depending on whether you want to play based on skill or luck. Let's get that in there, get that in there. Fine adjust. And so fine adjust is the left bump, then the left stick. So tilt the camera, I have no clue. Let's see. Unless it's something like that. No. So I'm gonna have to eyeball this a little bit myself. Get that power up. It didn't like that. So we're ready to take the shot. There we go. This is a very modern pool table and modern area where we're playing it too. What is this, a airport? Here, so now we're doing advanced things that I've never even thought about doing. Knife edge, let's see what this is. Bounce the cue off the cushion to hit the red to perform a knife edge. What? If I've done anything like this, it was purely on accident. What? What in the world? Yeah, this would probably get you beat up and kicked out of a pool hall doing something like that. Wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. What a trick. Let's see. So we need to lock power first before we do anything else, because that's significantly going to change things. Alright, angle this way. Spin this way. Aiming. Overhead view. Power is somewhat close to being right. I don't even know if the overhead view. That's the Q angle. That's the spin. We gotta get the right aim here, and I don't think I can get the right aim on this with the power as it is. I think we gotta get the power more accurate. Alright, that's the spin. Really? But if I take this shot, it's not gonna work. I've gotta do it like it says. Okay, this looks like this will work. It looks like everything's checked. Let's do this. That's an insane thing to do. You must do a legal jump shot. Really? This tutorial is insane. This is more than you would ever expect anybody even playing on a PC or a video game to do as far as billiards. If I was playing against somebody online on this, which it does have online, which that is a nice thought that it has that. But if I was playing against anybody and they had this ability, this level of skill, I would probably rage quit immediately. Just full on give up, surrender. So I think what I need to do now is look at the power as it's upside down now. Interesting. And see if I can adjust the power to do exactly what I want. Alright, now let's do some fine adjustments here. Everything looks green. I wish I could get the... There's the spin a little bit more. It looks like exactly what we want. Let's take the shot. Oh, I can't believe I sunk it in there too. Wow. Super spin. Jump and spin the cue ball around the cluster to pot the yellow. Really? Really, this is getting crazier and crazier. I was not expecting this level of things in the tutorial. These are crazy things. What? I've never even seen a shot like this. Well, maybe I have, but I've never... You're putting some spin on it after you hit a jump, so it bounces off the actual felt and then goes the opposite direction. Wow. Well, if anything has taught me so far, I think locking the power is a good start, because that shows you what we're going for. And then we go for the right cue angle, and then we go for the right spin, and then we aim and spin. That spin in there. You have to be rather precise with it, don't you? Alright, now let's adjust our aim here while we're doing this. Readjust the power. That seemed like I didn't get it high enough. So get that aim in there. Nice and good. That's the right aim. So do we adjust this? I suppose we do. And then slowly adjust this. No, that's not right. Because if I adjust that, then the aim's off for the shot. It feels like there's an exact shot they want. I think that's it. Wow, this is a crazy shot. I shouldn't have been an overhead view. That seems to do it. So let's do multi-ball. Use backspin to pot the black after sinking the brown for an impressive multi-ball. Alright, multi-ball shots are useful, particularly if you're playing 8-ball, because in 8-ball you are playing either solid colors or striped colors, and to win, sometimes, depending on the rules you play on, you have to sink all the solids first. So a multi-ball shot that sunk all the solids, then the 8-ball, which is solid black but not considered solid or stripe. It's both in 8-ball. That might be something you would want to do. Now, for most people, most of the time when I played 8-ball, it was much like 9-ball, where if you just sunk the 8-ball after hitting your color, you won. And of course, if you sunk the 8-ball any other time and you fouled or something, then the 8-ball would get put back on the table where the second dot is that you rack on. You put the balls when you first start, and then the opponent would have ball in hand, which means they can put it anywhere behind this white line and shoot from there. So this is going to be a slightly impressive multi-ball shot, I will say that. Will it work? Is the question. I was already in the left bump slight adjustment. So I just want to unlock the power here and just doubly make sure that it's within the green zone. I think that's as good as we're gonna get it. And see, then we got the cinematic thing. Maybe because that was the 8-ball in particular, and the game just is hard programmed to give you cinematic views when you sink an 8 or a 9-ball. Interesting. So, a little slow as far as the setup, I would say, for the tutorial. Here's archives. You can save replays here. Here's the box of tricks, where you can view, edit, and create trick shots using all kinds of things, and it has Steam Workshop integration. Let's see, there are no true trick shots here, but we can create them. Let's see, we could make an 8-ball, a 9-ball. Let's make a 9-ball. We can use this location or this location, the Daylight Sky Lounge or the Exchange Square. There's several other locations. We're going to see if we unlock them. I think we're gonna go more than just a quick spotlight here. Customize. We can change the queue to different queues. Unlock. These are all unlocked through doing certain challenges in game, but you can pay DLC to unlock them other ways. Let's see. There is another DLC that I think gives you some more things, but I don't know why you would really want to pay money for that. I have gotten several other DLC elements and purchased them because they actually added something. And here are the people. Like I said, there are people in this game. So we can do what? Next page. Choose a ball or object from the item menu. Place the item on the table. Objects can be rotated. In edit mode, you can open the menu and add more objects at any time. Line up and take your shot by entering take shot mode. After a shot, modify the items. Use your ghost balls as a guide. You can reset the table to the last shot you took if you wish. Okay. both of these lounges are just kind of ridiculous that somebody would be playing pool in the middle of that. I mean, pool tables in general are very big, and it's weird. You really, most people's houses don't have a room big enough for them. You'll end up poking holes in the wall with the pool cue, or a pool ball will bounce off the table and hit the wall and dent it. Let's press the skip. So we'll go ahead and start with, where's the cue ball? Place the one ball, I guess. Cue ball is always on the table. Alright, fine, we'll place that. And then we could toggle a grid. We could fine adjust the location to pretty precise things, but not as precise as some might like. Let's see, add another ball just quickly with the right D-pad. Open the menu. We'll come up here. Let's see, half circle, holy bridge. Let's do that. Let's add something else. Large quarter pipe. Speed up. Now, for most pool games, you don't have any of this. This is quite interesting that this game is going this route. But it's nice too, because we don't have a ton of pool billiard games anyways. And so putting some fanciness in here, this is something that you could only really do in a video game. If you started pulling out things like this in the real world, people would be upset with you. They would be upset if you had these custom-made items just here. So the thing I can tell you right now is that it needs an accelerator option already. Like, I need something that would possibly accelerate the ball even a little bit to get up to that loop. I don't think anything would. So Flare Pack, I believe, was DLC. Skate Pack was DLC. Which, like, I don't know how you could do much with this half pipe, because the only way you could get up there is either through a jump or through some other device. The horseshoe would work pretty good, and the vertical half pipe probably not that much. So we have the Sport Pack. I believe that was DLC too. So the sink the hole, basketball, vertical hoop, the diamond, the standard 9-ball diamond. They do tricks with the diamonds sometimes. Pipe Pack, interesting. I don't know if that was DLC or not. Anyways, let's try take a shot mode. I kind of wish you could turn off the laser. I'm sure it's somewhere in the options. We'll look. But without that, that's gonna just shoot me off the table. How about we just move the ball? We unlock it, show the grid, put it there. Take a shot mode. Aim, fire. That didn't work either. Here, let's unlock this. Unlock this. Try that again. With that amount of power. So I'm hitting it so hard, let's see, it's not even, like I can get that far. But you can see without some kind of speed up option, you're not gonna probably get to one of these unless you have just hit the ball with your full power. And as far as items, I'm not seeing anything here that would increase your speed just like a elevator. I'm also not seeing a way that you could vertically adjust things. Like if we unlock this, there's no way I think to adjust it up and down. It's just going to be on the table, which kind of makes sense that you're there. Duplicate button works, alright. Let's see, how many left trigger, right trigger for the ghost balls? So we can watch as it goes with the left trigger and right trigger and rewind it. Nice. Question is, how do you get out of here? Let's see, exit game. Sure when I quit? Yes, I do. So we could view and edit things in the workshop. I don't think that would work. Hey, wait, it might. Let's check this one out. Looping times 3. Interesting. Continue. So you could do a really cool trick shot. This is a different lounge that we haven't unlocked yet. Let's go ahead and skip. And let's see, how can I get a nice view here? So he shoots it from here, and let's see, how can we get it to play the replay with the A button? He shoots it into the hole in one, it goes up there, and it makes it through all 3. And that doesn't feel like it should do that. What's this? Save locally. Let's save locally. You need this object to be able to continue. Starter. Oh, so I'm missing some DLC? Interesting. I don't know how I'm missing that DLC. But, like, there's something about these arrows that must be in the starter DLC. Because when you see here, it hits this and then all of a sudden it's jumped several frames. So if I just hit play here, you see it zooms it there. And that's the thing I need. And then here you can see there's 3 more zooms here, 3 more zooms here, 3 more zooms there. So that is cool. So we've got the box of tricks, we've got the tutorial. Starting in next recording, we're gonna play a little 8-ball to get a feel of that, and we're gonna play a little bit of 9-ball. There's an 8-ball tour, which we're gonna take on the greatest players in the world, apparently. There will be little video clips and everything, so I think we can do a full series here. You can play online, you can see we can play in versus. If you just want to hit B right here at the top, you'll go to free play mode, which Here the ball is in hand, you can do that. And bring up the controls. Place the item. I'm ready. Pull it back. I'll have to hit B to drop the ball. Alright. So if you just wanted to get into a game real fast, you can do it from the main screen. That's cool. And then there's endurance mode, which is basically you just keep on playing forever. So you just try to sink as many balls as possible, as quickly as possible. So you have a ball timer. Balls are added at an ever-increasing rate, which would be somewhat helpful. When you reach 24 balls on the table, though, it's game over. Uh-oh, that's not good. Drop temporarily stops balls from being added to the table. Ooh, this is an interesting spin on billiards. Definitely very interesting. Like, you couldn't do this really in the real world. You could try and get close, but that's interesting. Alright. There's my personal best time and my logo not showing right. Okay. It never seems to work quite right on Steam. So let's see how this works. We aim, take shot, sink ball. Hide the controls. I guess since they're all the same, we just need to constantly, as fast as possible, need to start shooting about sinking balls. You can just see them floating. Ew, this is interesting. It's just like quickly. What happens if I scratch, which is what. There's a ball off the table. Does that one count? No. You have to sink the balls. You can't just knock them off the table. That would be too easy. It's 2. So we get skill shot. This is an interesting way to play. Nice, quick gameplay. You have to play not really caring too much about your shots, and more just be focused on getting those shots done as fast as possible. Come on, is that gonna sink? No. I've got 20 of 24 balls on the table. 21 balls on the table. You would think having these all here, you would be able to sink something. 22 of 24. Uh-oh. 23 of 24. Final time, 1 minute and 52 seconds. So we got 1,000 overall points. That is not bad. Alright. And so endurance doesn't change it at all. It's kind of weird that endurance is here because you would think endurance should be under single player because there's so many. It is a single player mode as far as I can tell. Interesting. And now with 8 Ball UK, which I don't know what the different rules are there. See how to play endurance. 9 Ball, 8 Ball, 8 Ball UK. Oh, I see. It has the red and yellow 8 balls colors versus the I guess, non-UK version. Then here's some other ones, golf, and then rotation, and then straight pool, which is what everybody probably starts with, and then 3-ball, which I wouldn't play, and then killer, and speed. So there's several other types of games. I wonder how we play those, though. Maybe they are only available online. Let's see, search. Well, sadly, only one person is online right now. Advanced search, game type, yeah. So online you can play all these game types. This game came out in 2013, so not enough people playing it, I guess, but I guess that's kind of what you're gonna tend to expect. But you've got your 9-ball tour, your 8-ball tour, and I suppose if we went to free play mode and dropped the ball, can we change something there? No? So you'd have to change it to play versus, I guess. So the game doesn't feel like it's perfectly programmed to actually play a lot of other people on these other rules. It's just focusing on 8-ball and 9-ball. That's a shame. It'd be nice if there was a single player mode to play these other things too. Maybe what I could do, we chose 8-ball UK and then players, and then player 1 is this, and player 2 is this, and see, it is the CPU. If you see down there, it says players, cousin, male CPU. So you can play that way, it's just hidden. Alright, so far so good. Pool Nation looks like it's gonna be something we can make a series out of. At least do a few episodes on, at least. So, and is it Pool 8 Nation? I don't think so. I think it's just Pool Nation. So that's gonna be it for this first recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. So I hope that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.